a Tesla. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to that breaking news. Because it's been a while, I didn't want to report on it. And we're going to see what they found out so far. Because if you didn't know, Tesla does have recordings of everything y'all got going on. Be smart.
Initial reports.
Y'all got going on. Be smart.
Initial reports called it a horrible accident, a family going over a California cliff in their Tesla, but miraculously surviving. Now the story has taken a shocking turn. Police have arrested the father, who just happens to be a doctor, and charged him with attempted murder.
A family plunges over a 300-foot cliff in their Tesla and miraculously survives.
Report of a white Tesla off the roadway, vehicle down into the rocks.
But today, cops say what was initially believed to be an accident was actually a case of attempted murder. Here's Lisa Guerrero.
The shocking development in the case of a Tesla careening over a steep cliff is now focused on the driver, a radiologist from Pasadena, California. Cops say he intentionally drove over the cliff with his wife, young son, and daughter inside.
The harrowing rescue unfolded on Devil's Slide, a jagged cliff prone to accidents about 20 miles south of San Francisco.
Here we go.
Emergency personnel rappelled down, making their way to the mangled car. Extraordinary footage shows what appears to be the husband sticking his head out from the sheared-off top as rescuers work to free the trapped children. The victims were airlifted with serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
We were actually very shocked when we found survivable victims in the vehicle.
The suspect is identified as Dr. Dharmesh Patel.
I cannot fathom that it was intentional.
Neighbor Sarah Walker is stunned that the radiologist is now charged with attempted murder.
They're literally, I would say, picture perfect. Everything from just, they're always the family that's outside in the cul-de-sac, inviting everyone to come outside with them. Their kids are always on their bikes. They're the kind of family that leaves cookies on your doorstep for the holidays.
In fact, this is Ring camera showing the doctor delivering poinsettias to neighbors on Christmas Eve. The hospital where the radiologist works tells Inside Edition, "We are extremely grateful there were no serious injuries. We will not respond further as this incident is under investigation."
Let's see. All right. Alright, gang. Thank y'all for tapping into another video. I did hear about this incident a few days ago. I didn't really want to speak on it. I try not to speak on things until all the details are out, and this was one of those situations where the investigation was still ongoing. So with that being said, it wasn't much details. All we knew was a family plunged over the Devil's Cliff. That's the nickname for this cliff. It's a roadway on the side of a mountain. And even, I don't know, I had this conversation with my folks the other day. They have guardrails, the little short guardrails. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen it. But if you got this kind of a cliff, we should have a high barrier on that cliff, especially if this is not the first incident where people have went over the cliff and their vehicle, pretty much submerged in the water or was stuck in the rocks. That's not an easy place to rescue someone from. As you can see, the paratroopers and the helicopter rescuing people, especially in California. So I think they really need to do something about cliffs like that, because honestly, I'm not driving on nothing like that. I'm doing about 2 miles an hour. And the reason why I feel like this has something to do with mental illness, because for what reason did bro decide to drive off? Because they're saying it was deliberate, it was intentional. And the only way they would know, if you guys didn't know, for all you smart car drivers and Tesla drivers, pretty much every time you start your car up, you're being recorded. For you all that don't know that, even when you're driving and you might capture something going on the roadway, that's being recorded. So for any reason you pass by a shooting or any type of a crash, that data can actually be retrieved and evaluated. So in this particular situation, they can tell that he deliberately drove and veered off of the cliff intentionally. They wouldn't just say these type of things like that, you know. But the one thing that did appear to mind when I was hearing this story along with you all is it's this saying that I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard this before when they said God looks out for babies and fools. So God was looking over them children because nobody was hurt. I don't know how hurt they were, but nobody was like severely injured. I'm gonna say that. The kids were protected in this vehicle. The wife, from my understanding, nobody was hurt. Nobody lost their lives. You know, he has a beautiful family. I'm pretty sure they're very successful. But what do you think led this young, highly successful man to drive his entire family off of a cliff? As you just seen, they were delivering house plants or flowers to neighbors like they were a friendly couple. So what would lead this man to commit murder-suicide with a vehicle, drive it off of a cliff with his young children and his beautiful wife? That's why the first thing that came to mind is mental illness. Like, mental illness, it's not enough awareness in this country, especially gun awareness. That's another reason why I do these videos, because it's a lot of homicides, it's a lot of mental illness issues going on that is not being addressed. So I try to highlight these things. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not an expert on any of this, but I'm just someone with a little bit of common sense, and sometimes you gotta call a spade a spade. So I just thank God that the entire family was protected. But as you can see now, law enforcement, they are going to pursue criminal charges against this doctor, this father, because he did try to kill his family and himself. I always say, if you want to hurt yourself, go ahead. Don't go hurting the children or your wife, because they ain't do nothing to you. If you're going through financial problems that nobody obviously may not know about, find a way to deal with it, man. Get a financial counselor, psychologist, speak to somebody. Sometimes it's better to talk about your problems than to keep them bottled in. You understand? Because when you do that, it spills over. You might get upset. It might trigger something in you. So with that being said, man, it could have been way worse of a situation. I just thank God that things didn't go the way this guy intended it for it to go. So yo, if you know somebody that's going through something, I'm pretty sure there's a mental health awareness hotline that you can call. Whether you feel like you have a problem or somebody else feels like you have a problem, it's a hotline. Just reach out to them. Reach out and talk to someone. Because it's not worth you taking everybody down with you. I always say that. It's not worth you taking everybody down, bro. With that being said, I thank y'all for watching this video. Hit the like. Let's engage in the comment section. I always like to hear what people got to say. If you ever been through something like this in life, share it with the people in the comment section, man. The conversation is good. I don't think we have enough of it. Thank y'all for hitting that like in advance. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. And also, Thank y'all for commenting. Much love. This is OG. Let's get it, man. We only got one life to live, and let's live it right, man. Let's not try to live it the wrong way. Let's not try to make the wrong decision or make a decision for everyone. With that being said, let's go.